Hey everyone, me Kevin here. In this video I'm going to show you exactly what you get for $950,000, which is going to get multiple offers and sell for over $1 million. So for $1 million in Southern California, just outside of Santa Barbara. And it's this. It is a 1961 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,350 square feet. Let's take a look inside. This is your family room. Right here. You've got the classic acoustic ceiling. You've got some cracking on the walls. You've got some cracking coming off the windows. And those are just the minor hairline cracks. You get the wallpaper and 2-prong outlets in the bedroom. You get some 3-prong outlets, although those might not actually be grounded. In fact, here you can see those beautiful 2-prongers right here. Got these classic hollow core doors here that don't take paint too well, but that's okay. It's cheaper to paint them than it is to replace them. The property has 3 bedrooms, like I mentioned. You've got 1 bedroom right over here with that sort of middle school style linoleum right here. A little bit of a pinkish hue in the bedroom over here. You do get an overhead light though. You have central heat, but no central air. Some of the doors have a little bit of damage over here. The older kind of brass hardware as well. No hardwood on this particular property. So you do have carpet over linoleum on this particular one. You have original aluminum sliders here. So aluminum windows, they are a single pane window. The screens need a little bit of love. Acoustic ceiling, because this was built in 1961, probably asbestos based. Given that you do have some settling, you're gonna probably have to do a little bit of work on some of the doors to keep things from actually closing properly. Like the sliding glass door doesn't open and close too well, so you'd have to make some adjustments given that the foundation has shifted a little bit. But this little bit larger of a kind of hairline crack that you'd usually want to see, not really a hairline crack anymore. As soon as you could start fitting the tip of a pencil in, you go past hairline, you start going into, okay, you've had some settling in the property. Quick note, if you want a full download of everything that I know about real estate and how you can make money in real estate, check out the real estate investing course or the do-it-yourself property management and rental renovations programs linked down below. You can even bundle them up. Check them out, linked below, and you'll get lifetime access to all future content that's added. So this is the kitchen over here. The original cabinets actually not in bad condition. These kind of cabinets can take paint pretty decently, but you do have this flower wallpaper that you'd have to take off. You might want to do a little bit of rearranging anyway, but what a lot of people would do is they would probably want to remove this upper section here and then see if they could do any kind of potential opening here. Problem is, with some foundation settling already, you might not want to move any load-bearing walls because you might continue to adversely affect the foundation. What some people might do is they might want to lift up some parts of the foundation. Left and right corners, back side of the property feels like that's what's sinking a little bit. I would say there's probably a good chance you could, let's see here. Yeah, here's the water heater. So if you move the water heater, which you have copper plumbing, so it's been upgraded to copper plumbing, but temperature pressure relief valve is not plumbed to the outside, which is right here. Furnace is actually in this closet as well. So if you could move these, furnace to the attic, water heater to the garage, you'd be able to get rid of this particular space here. And what a lot of folks are going to be doing is looking at this wall right here. And the key here, it's probably going to be bearing at some point, but if you can extend this wall with a nice beam, like a timber strand, which is an engineered type of lumber, if you could get a nice beam across the top here and really open this up, keep maybe a load-bearing post on this side, and then keep load on this wall. Obviously, if there's no load here, best case scenario, right? But there's probably going to be, that would be a nice way of making this property flow and open again. And it would enable you to potentially even pull this kitchen out. Since you're probably gonna refloor, you might wanna pull the kitchen out a little bit, just so you have a little bit more space over here. You do have the appliances, well, probably gonna get new ones. This is the laundry room. You can see the original sort of, well, linoleum here, but also these hose lines to the washer dryer. These are the worst half. These hose lines are known for bursting, especially if you ever have like a water surge from the utility or higher water pressure just at the regular. This is your bathroom that kind of serves as your master bath. So you've got the blue cabinet matching the blue porcelain toilet and porcelain sink top over here. and it goes off to this bedroom here, which this is right off the front door of the house. So you're kind of at the front. Usually you'd have the master in the back, but this doesn't actually have a master at the back of the property. So you're gonna see if you head back over to the back of the property over here, you're going to have a guest bath over here. In this one, we're gonna have the pink colored porcelain and a pink colored tub here. You're probably going to need a new surround as well, unfortunately, for this one. I don't think you're gonna be able to get away with repairing this one. Also, a little bit of an odd placement for the medicine cabinet, but nothing that can't be solved. So, you do have, you can actually see the asbestos boot right up here for your venting. If you Google asbestos boot, you could get a really good picture of that. Taking a look at the back and the front of the property. Let's start with the front and do a quick little circle around. Hi there. A lot of people at the property right now, which is pretty typical. It's kind of a way of reiterating that you're at a good deal, right? Roof, probably about 15 years old. There's some delamination, well, I shouldn't say delamination. Some of the granules have already started getting removed. Obviously, the gutters have rusted away. But otherwise, this is the front of the property here. Pretty nice front yard, though you do give up a lot of real estate to the front yard. You've got, you head over here, asphalt driveway. Unfortunately, the asphalt driveway's not the cheapest thing. This is probably gonna cost you about, let's say $7,000 to replace. So if you're looking at about $7,000 for the asphalt, you're gonna be about probably another $1,500 for a garage door and garage door opener. You're looking at an interior remodel. It's probably gonna knock on the door of somewhere around $40K. I'd throw maybe 15 into kitchen. Floor paint will be another 15, including removing the acoustic. That's put you at about 30. Bathrooms, you're going to throw in about 10, and including in this maybe electrical and some light plumbing. So somewhere around 40, 45 for the interior. The problem is going to be the question mark about that foundation and what you want to do with that wall. If you want to go through permitting and get an engineer involved, I mean, you could be sitting on this. If you go through permitting, you could be sitting on this for a year to get a load-bearing wall done. Wouldn't necessarily recommend that. That you know, you touch the wall if you end up having to go through that for a year, because you'll be sitting vacant for a year and your costs will just balloon. But otherwise, you know, if you did the wall as well, add maybe for an engineer and a contractor to do it in a proper manner. Let's say it wasn't load bearing, but you had an engineer verify that, you know, maybe add $5,000 or so for that. So 45 inside, paint the outside, do the driveway, do the garage door and such. You're probably sitting at somewhere at a $65,000 to $70,000 remodel here, not including foundation work. If you do foundation work and you lift up some of the back portions of the house, you could probably add an easy 20 to 30K. It's not terrible, but if you wanted to fix it, you'd probably be adding 20 to 30K. So if you wanted a good solid budget for this house, I'd say 100 if you do the foundation, and if you want to go a little bit higher, and you'll be throwing in 120 pretty quickly. So to get this, you're probably going to have to pay substantially over the listing price. It's listed for $950. The comps are anywhere between 1.2 to 1.4. You'll probably be in the neighborhood of trying to buy this around, I'd say maybe 1069, something like that. Then after your fix up, maybe you're into it for 1.2. If you try to flip it, maybe you try to get 1.4 on the way out. Hey, quick update. So I found out from the listing agent that this house is probably going to sell for over $1.2 million, and the people who are buying it think it'll be worth $1.4 to $1.6 million. So they're really a little bit more optimistic than I was on that resale price if they're going to flip it, or maybe they'll hold on to it. But either way, I'm shocked that they're willing to pay this much. I thought it might go out for about $1070, maybe $1.1. For it to be going out over $1.2 seems nutty. Who knows if it'll actually end up closing for $1.2. Sometimes people will grind this stuff down during escrow. I really think it needs to be under 1.1 to be a good deal. And honestly, even at that point, it's pretty expensive. I'd rather pay 1 for it and actually make money on it. Otherwise, you're not going to make money. By the way, I just noticed in the attic, there are multiple roof purlins, I believe purlins, from what I could see, just poking my head and coming right down onto this wall. At least here, and then probably 2 more on either side of this. So it's a full-on load-bearing wall here. So while yes, you could see purlins in the attic, just like you could see in the picture here, they're actually those horizontal members that you're kind of seeing a cross section of in this image. What we're mostly looking for are where the purlins connect with the struts and where the struts go down. So what we're gonna do is take a look at the red arrow here. You wanna look at where that strut goes down to that middle beam, and that's where roof load is sitting on your house. Now take a look at this. Can you see those struts coming down right on that center wall? That means you've almost certainly got a load-bearing wall in that big middle wall that would be so nice to open up. So the costs just went up. And then your neighbor's got an outpost to keep you safe with like a searchlight on top. But anyway, this is the backyard. The house is mostly ungrounded, if I haven't mentioned that already. Quick reminder, check out those programs on Building Your Wealth, linked down below. You'll learn everything that I know, and you can use that coupon code linked below. But nice backyard. Another potential that you could do with a house like this is you could take a house like this and you could turn the garage into a guest unit. And you could also potentially build another guest unit back here to have about a 5-foot side. It'd be a little tight to try to build one out here. It's not as deep of a backyard as I would love to do a guest unit out here, but maybe if you did like a detached over here in the corner, it'd be about, you'd want to go at least 20 by 20. 20 by 20 would probably take you from maybe a foot off of that sliding door there all the way down to the end of where the existing structure is, and then probably out pretty far to over here. So it'd kind of be like adding a 2-car garage back here for another guest unit. So you could potentially have 3 units here: garage, main house, and then unit in the back. Potentially in the future, maybe you'd even be able to add a 4th one, which is crazy. That's just the California-ification of things that are going on here. Surprisingly, outside, the foundation damage actually doesn't seem so ridiculously abnormal for what you would see. I mean, certainly you would want to remove this little tree right here. That does you no good. And yeah, okay, not bad. So anyway, that's what $1 million gets you just outside of Santa Barbara in, in California. But if you want some potential, look at this house. This house is beautiful. So not only have they got a beautiful exterior paint color over here, but they've got the newer dual pane windows you could see here. So let's zoom in a little bit. You've got the vinyl dual pane windows here. You've got virtually what looks like a brand spanking new roof. You got the solar panels, you got the chimney cap properly done. You've got this nice smooth stuccoed wall right here. That's very expensive, by the way, to do the smooth stucco. Oh yeah, they did the new driveway as well. Look at what you're next to over here. I'm not exactly sure what this big contraption thingy is here, but see, look at this, is nice. They put a lot of money in. So this just shows you the potential of what this could be in the future. They're working out here. Wow. That's quite a Christmas display. But anyway, yeah. Oh, look at this. And then you've got somebody over here who's added on top of the garage a guest unit. And then you've got potentially some more original homes in the neighborhood. Like there's another one right there, just with the overgrown yard, but it has the dual paned windows and looks like solar panels and potentially new roof as well, but missing chimney cap, which you can see right there, and the overgrown yard. Maybe a telltale sign that could be something to buy in the future too. Anyway, oh, that's cool. It's so that way you can be by your, hi there. Hi. You could be by your garage and then have privacy with that big screen there. That's kind of cool. Super, super cool. Okay, so there you go. There you have what $1 million gets you in California. Hope you enjoy it.